Join me on a journey of words and long-lost feelings, stories of people kept enclosed by unseen ceilings. Our journey is split into separate different factors, each with its own set paths and very different chapters. Our first step forward was into some problems of today. Unfair representation and news spread in a certain way. The media can be helpful, bring light and set things straight, but it's a double-edged sword, and what's built it can also break. We speak of their past without paying respects. It's like framing a foreign picture without its context. We say we understand, we hear you, we listen, but for a majority of us, it's the understanding we're missing. We've placed them in a box, zoned them off like a crime scene, locked them up like satire and stereotyping. We have to take steps away from this response, where each First Nation is the same in chorus and verse. They're not one big group, but unique and diverse. Our next topic that we will discuss was something reminiscent of our childhood, something that shaped us. Stories and their tellers have never been something new, but for the indigenous cultures, it dramatically changed the way they grew. Each language was different, every story a lesson, an attempt to give the youth an upright impression. Everyone wasn't just a tale handed down from century to century. They were a people, a culture, a lifestyle, an identity. We also learned about the power of speech, the importance of oral traditions and its outreach. Some things are meant to be said once for all those who will listen, not jotted down or documented without the teller's permission. We have to be mindful of the oral traditions, their weight in the court, and support to their mission. Next on our journey, we learn about names, a stronger branding without all the flames. At first, it's just a sound to us, a jumble of sounds in our direction. But as we grow old, the name holds a stronger connection. The word becomes much more than just a title, a voice, a vision, butterflies from a girl you'll never talk to. For the indigenous, the title was given through spirit or courage, stories of fighters and creatures into names from age to age. Each word was a story, a definition and reason, not just one but many, like a tree changing for the season. When we take away a name, we take away a being. We take away who they are, their history and meaning. Luckily, though, we've been able to give traditional names back little by little. We have to stand up, give back, and meet the people in the middle. For our next stop, we acknowledge rights. We check the power from the court and try and settle the fights. The government has mistreated the nations, withheld basic rights with blatant racism. We learned about the Indian Act and how it made their life hard, or the cheap compensation of the status card. They tried to repent and silence with graces, but it just led to judgment and prejudice because of the races. Finally, under the pressure, we can see the court's guard slip. We've strengthened our voice with a spear of undrip. And over some time, we've removed the sugar coat. See them where they're at, give basic rights and a vote. For Unit 5, we learned about the maps and borders, the devastation of the colonizers and land hoarders. The Europeans before us pulled up and invited, claimed everything as their own like an essay not cited. If we look around at the scene and parks that we see, they're all named after random things, neglecting the indigenous community. A map wasn't just a line on a paper, it was a series of things like a rock or wooden tower. We are living on a borrowed land, places that are not our own. We have to acknowledge that, and to these peoples and places, due respect should be shown. As our journey comes to an end, we honor the children and the residential descent. We hear about the haunting memories of these boarding schools. Although we can't change the past, we can give them future tools. We learned that the coverage of the story has only been a small fraction. We talked about unsettling events and the different calls to action. The horrible experiences, the government and church misbehaves, protocols and technology surrounding the unmarked graves. We have to remember and learn from this trauma. This was on our land and our past, not some old movie drama. And so this wraps up your journey with me, a year's worth of teaching and a pill of bad poetry. I've been a couple places and learned a few things, given back and carrying forward, fresh start and new beginnings. I've tried to put it in a form that's easy to understand, and this video will stay up for reference afterhand. I explore and skate quite a lot. Vancouver is Indigenous art stricken, so next time I'm out, I'll stop and with my eyes listen. Each story a lesson, each painting something to be said. And even though this video is over, this isn't the end. Thank you.